Hello and welcome back to the couch. We saved you a seat. My name is Luke and this is,
William.
and we're going to be checking out the trailer for The Assessment.
Okay.
William, let us know what you've kind of figured out about this. It was made last year. It's coming out this year. What do you know?
I just have IMDb pulled up on the screen over here. It says The Assessment 2024. The cast looks stacked. I'm trying to not read any of the description stuff. Some very, very famous female leads. I'm saying let's get into this. I'm just interested to see what it's about. It says March 21st at the top, but let's go. Magnolia Pictures.
I don't think I'm gonna get much sleep tonight.
Me either.
What if we're not good enough?
If we're not, who is?
Your visitor has arrived.
I'm Virginia, your assessor.
Over the
Okay.
next 7 days, you'll undergo close observation and formal testing
To ascertain suitability for parenting, I want to get to know the real you.
Is that a good idea?
Yes.
Okay.
I was joking.
Suitability.
Yeah.
Assessment is a rigorous process. It'll do. With a high threshold for success.
Virginia.
Oh my God. I need to assess all aspects of your relationship.
Ugh, gross.
How's assessment going so far?
It's a nightmare.
Welcome. This is our assessor.
Is there alcohol in this?
Yes, a bit. Is that all right?
Mini
We need
Driver.
Something stronger. We should be reducing the population, not increasing it. We tore each other apart over scraps.
This is a really
This wasn't
interesting
for everyone. You think we somehow conquered nature?
concept.
You're wrong.
Yeah.
It's really yummy. Whoa! You shouted at me. I did not.
Okay. This is
What if I
pretty
can't do
dark.
this?
Yep.
She's just pushing buttons, okay? We just need to stay cool.
She likes you.
You jealous?
That's also a very serious thing.
Yep.
I want a real child, not this.
Okay.
I'm bored. You want to play a game?
Huh.
You're having a nightmare. Oh man, I'm scared. This is crazy. Mommy! Stop! End of test.
Yeah.
All right. So her name, the Virginia, the actress Alicia Vikander, kind of scary. Here.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to jump in because you have family and kids, so your opinions are going to be different than mine.
Yeah.
Elizabeth Olsen can't catch a break as a mother. Jesus. Um,
Technically, she never was in the MCU.
she got no
Uh,
shot. She got no shot. Okay, so here's the thing. I love where they take the marriage counselor approach and turn it on its head. That's super interesting. I don't have kids, so
Okay. So
elaborate, please.
okay, a lot of what you saw there is actually tests that you have to go through as a parent.
Right.
Of course, there's going to be like a weird sexuality thing in there because they're not emotionally bonded like a child. It's a woman. It's not someone that's grown up. That I'm sure that aspect's going to be in that movie.
Mhm.
There were several points that they hit on though, even in this trailer, that I think will ring true for a lot of people that they won't like. A lot of people ask, am I ready to be a parent? And some people say like, oh, you'll be a great parent. And then other people are like, no one's ever ready. And the truth is you're not. So it's interesting to see that they would make a film like this because I remember when we were little, I'm 3 years older than Luke, that they often talked about the world's going to be overpopulated and it's a big problem. And China had the one child rule. And I just today watched an interview where they were talking about where I live here in Japan. The birth rate is like sub 1-to-1. It's like a 0.8,
Mhm.
whereas South Korea is like a 0.6. So in the next couple, like 100 or 200 years, these countries will cease to exist. There won't be enough people. So it's interesting to see, like, what if the government could take away your ability to have children?
Yeah.
Like, what would that mean for people? The responsibility of being a parent. I think this movie has possibly some really, really good psychological questions that I think will only matter to people who are already thinking about it.
Yeah.
And
So
it might even push
yeah.
people that are like, I don't want to have a kid because of this and this. And they watch this movie. They're, yeah, I'm good. Like, no, I really, really.
Yeah. So let's get this out of the way. This is a sci-fi movie
It's,
for sure. It's because
yeah,
because it's a big question. What's being asked
yes.
here? And the way that they're adopting, pun intended, their messaging is
Okay.
post-apocalyptic or maybe some sort of futuristic, whatever. What I do like about this movie, and looking at the IMDb as well,
Yeah.
um, while the writers are male, the director is female.
Okay.
And I'm usually the first person to jump on the bandwagon of, oh, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, that doesn't matter, but culture matters. And having a
Yeah.
female director directing Elizabeth Olsen in this movie, as well as Alicia Vikander, I think elevates what could be the content, as long as the goals are all met. But the director's not done really anything else, music videos and whatnot. I've never even heard of this person, to be frank with you. But you got to get started somewhere. And this is also a low budget movie. Takes place in a couple of different rooms, a couple of outside shots, a couple of like oddly lit dark rooms. But yeah, I hope it's good. It's interesting. What I don't like about trailers, and they do this in this movie, and they did it for a few of the other trailers we've done, is when they'll like there's some really dynamic quote from like a magazine or a website,
Yeah.
and I've never heard of the magazine or website. I hate when they do
Okay.
that. Don't do that. Just don't put the quotes in. But
All right. It looks
yeah.
like the male lead has also been in several bigger. Don't Look Up. He was in Tenet.
Mhm.
Amelia Holmes too. He's been in a bunch of different stuff also. So I would assume his acting is on point as well.
Yeah.
It looks interesting. It looks thought provoking, especially with the idea of resource management and where we're at right now in the world. Are you ready for this kind of deal? And is wanting something enough?
That's a good point. That's
That
a good question.
that's the question of this movie is wanting something enough to justify it. And some people have an innate desire to want things that aren't necessarily good for them, and other people don't want anything and they need stuff. So it'll be interesting to see that in this movie. I don't know if this will come out in the theaters here in Japan. Probably not. I don't see a release schedule for it. I do want to see it. So let me turn it to you guys here if you've made it this far in the video, and to Luke. Is this a theater or a coucher?
Yeah, this is a coucher for me. But I'm more interested in this movie than I'm letting on.
Yeah. So just to let you guys know, when we were looking at reviewing this, we just did a couple other trailers. We did like a Minecraft. We did an action movie with Jason Statham called Working Man.
Yeah.
We got to this trailer right here, and Luke was like, I don't know if I want to watch this. I'm just going to IMDb it. And it's like, oh no, I'm reading too much on IMDb. To me, this could be a movie that like you sit down and you walk out and you're like, that's an important question. Or, Yeah, we kind of need to think about that, and it could
Yes.
lead with it. But it also is a kind of movie that it's like I want to pause this and go to the bathroom and maybe get another drink, or like
Right.
chat with your friend while you check your phone. She was in Ex Machina
Mhm.
as well, and that movie had that similar sci-fi vibe.
Yeah. Well, we don't. Yeah. Anyways, I'll let you go. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I think this is definitely need to watch it. Probably film schools will like it. It will be talked about, but I don't think it'll be big. It comes out at the end of March, right before like Minecraft and other stuff. There's some big TV shows coming out in March.
Yeah. I listen. So I'm just gonna, for those who know, no. For those who don't, had this movie done well at the festivals,
Yeah,
it would have been released in November of last year, or December. It would not have been released in the first week of March. Now, if it had done really really poorly, they would have released it in January, like week 3
Okay.
of January. That's a pretty standard movie thing. It's kind of like the dump
yeah.
of January
Yeah.
movies.
Valentine's Day is coming up. Maybe people will go see it.
Right.
Maybe.
So no, I hope not.
People
The-
already spent their Christmas money. Like, just
like there's
get
really
it out there.
there's really infamous misses with that logic. Like John Wick came out in January, and it blew up. So there's infamous misses. But if you go back and look at like January movies, they're usually a dump. So this
Yeah.
movie is what they're telling you with its release date is it's good, but no one's winning an Oscar. But it is good, and you maybe want to see it. That's
it
what
may
they're telling you.
be another Whale or Everything All at Once kind of thing, but it looks to me more like Ex Machina in that it's really cool and kind of important, but it's not going to be big.
When did Ex Machina come out? Like what month? I know 2014 is right. I bet it's near the same. What month did Ex Machina come out?
First of all, that was made by A24. It came out April 10th, 2015.
Similar time. This kind of early in the year.
But there's no way they're going to fight
Right.
with Minecraft and like other movies that are coming out in April. So
It's not even counter programming. It's just different.
no.
So yeah.
It's interesting that she's in that, and like that's the first thing I thought of without correlating that she's in that movie.
What's that? Vikander?
Vikander, yeah, she's the main female character in Ex Machina.
Not that I knew we need to add more, but it will be cool to see her play a caricature, when she's usually like the straight. She's usually like the straight person. Like there's not a
Yeah.
whole lot of hyperbole. There's not a whole lot of character work that's beyond what just a person does in terms of
Yeah.
accent and movement and elaboration and hyperbole. There's none of that. We're gonna see her do that role. I'll be curious to see if this puts her in position to do similar things, a horror movie in the future, some sort of disturbed character in the future. I'm interested. So yeah,
Yep.
It's a couch movie for sure.
Yeah. Okay. So Luke is saying this is a coucher. Let us know down below what you think. Is this a theater or a coucher? Thank you very much for joining us for this reaction review.
Mhm.
Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below, and we'll save you a seat for the next one right here on the couch. Until then, peace.
Later.